Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm gonna show you how to fix random engine stalling, and I want to talk about German parts quality overall. So here I have a 2003 ML350. It's a V6 gas engine. I'm going to start it right now. Starts really nice, no problem, and there is no check engine light. But there was a check engine light, otherwise I would not be making this video. So the previous code was P2034, which is a crankshaft position sensor. Well, the check engine is no longer on the dashboard because I started my engine 2-3 times and it got reset by itself automatically. I did not erase it by the scanner. But this is the sensor, this is the part number that you want to look for if you have a same engine. This is the sensor that is failing, slowly failing. So it's giving the first symptom of random stalling. This sensor is located on the back of the engine and it's counting a revolution of the engine for the timing and how much fuel is supposed to be sent to the injectors. So it costs only 40 bucks, and it can do the complete engine stalling, or maybe the RPM will not be stable, it will be fluctuating, or you might have a long start. You're trying to crank your engine for more than 3, 4, 5 seconds and it still takes, you know, more than that to start your engine. So that would be the indication of the failing crankshaft position sensor. Now, it's not always the case. It's not always the sensor that giving you this problem. Sometimes it can be a clogged fuel filter, especially on those engines, on those vehicles that I'm sitting in right now, or maybe a failing fuel pump, or maybe there is a problem with the spark plug or coil or a spark plug wire. It's also going to show you that something is wrong there, and the check engine will pop up and the RPM, the needle on the tachometer, will be fluctuating too. So, but before you go any further and replace any of other parts or test any other parts, replace this sensor first, because on this particular vehicle it lasted 23 years and it never been replaced. So the quality by then was awesome, and I'm hoping that this new replacement part is going to last another 23 years, and it says made in Germany, so I hope that it is going to last that long. Unfortunately, I cannot say that all of the modern parts are so reliable. So let me show you how to replace that sensor under 10 minutes. You will need to pop up your cover, and I got some light here that I'm going to put right there, and I'm going to reach it with my hand to show you where that sensor is located. Now I marked that sensor with a yellow paint, so it's going to be more visible for you where it's located. And for my convenience I'm going to use this telescopic mirror, so I am going to see exactly where that sensor is located and how to access it with my E8 Torx socket. I also going to use a flexible telescopic magnet to grab that bolt, so it will not fall on the ground or somewhere in the engine bay. So now I'm going to reach that bolt and carefully lifting it up, and with my hand reaching that sensor and just pulling it up, and here it is. Look perfectly fine, but it's internally defective, and it says Mercedes-Benz on the sensor, which means that that's the original sensor, 23 years old. Now, before I'm going to install this new sensor back in place, I applied some of the dielectric grease inside. I had some of the grease for spark plugs, and but it doesn't have to be Mercedes-Benz. You can buy any of the dielectric grease that you can find on a shelf from the local auto parts store or from Walmart. So this is just to prevent any kind of corrosion in case moisture will get in. So the installation in reverse order, except I'm going to install this bolt and hold it with my finger while I'm installing it into that hole. So I just wanted to mention, when you're going to reinstall that bolt back in place, the bolt's supposed to spin freely without much of a resistance, which is an indication that you don't have any cross-threading problem. Otherwise, if you cross-thread that thread inside of the housing, the bell housing, I mean, on the engine, you're gonna have a hard time of restoring that thread right there. So just take your time and don't over tie this bolt either. Now, one more thing that I wanted to mention about this plug right here, in case I forgot, is let me reach it from here. Okay, so the plug, when you will be unplugging it, maybe I should have showed that on it from the beginning, but there is a locking tab that you have to press in order to pull it out from that sensor. And when you will be installing it, once you install it, it's going to click in place. You're gonna hear that confirmation click. Well, I'm all done. I'm going to start my vehicle with a new sensor now, and it's working as it should. Now the last thing that I'm going to erase code from the memory of the ECU, and we should be good to go. Thank you for watching, guys, and please check my other videos if you are interested of repairing Mercedes-Benz yourself. I have other videos about BMW and other model of Mercedes-Benz. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.